Is Jio Games Cloud worth in 2025? Well guys, I have been using and playing games on the Jio Games Cloud gaming service. In case you don't know, Jio Games Cloud is a cloud gaming service, which is currently available only in India where I live. You can find Jio's cloud gaming service inside the Jio Games app. Here, you can play various PC games, like Ghost Runner, A Plague Tale Innocence, Grip, Disney Pixar Cars, Lords of the Fallen, Sniper Contracts, etc., on your smartphone using the on-screen touch controls, on your old PC or laptop, and even on your Android TV. And the most interesting part is that you don't need to pay any money for the first month. Every new user will get a free 30-day trial to try out the service before you opt and keep subscribed for the service just for Rs 200 per month. So, how's the quality of the games? Well, actually, you cannot change the in-game graphics settings for most games, as access to them is locked out for performance reasons. But don't worry, you will forget about it once you get inside a game. So, I have already played and tested out many games for a decent amount of time, and I had different experiences for different sessions. So I first played Ghost Runner for this video on my smartphone. It is one of the games that runs at a much higher resolution than many other ones. Ghost Runner feels great visually, but possibly due to that, there's some noticeable spike in input delay that shows up sometimes in the game, which in turn makes the game kinda unplayable, because hey, you need immediate response in every second in games like this. And this makes the game harder and more unnecessarily challenging. And also the right on-screen analog control is responding almost a second late compared to the other on-screen button controls. But surprisingly, adjusting the controller sensitivity from the gamepad settings somehow fixed the issue in my case. Playing the game on PC via the Microsoft Edge browser gives a quite decent experience, considering the streaming quality in this game. Yeah, the input lag was still there of course, but it was hardly noticeable while I was playing Ghost Runner. It was a very decent experience for me. On your PC, you can also try to lower the bitrate and the resolution preset to get more responsive controls and performance. Now with that, let's move on to the other game, A Plague Tale Innocence. Well, this game also has a little input delay, but even still the game is very much playable. But, yeah, you might have guessed it now, it suffers from quality issues. The game seems to be using some sort of aggressive upscaling, and for this reason, the game loses its fidelity. Yeah, you cannot see the beautiful graphics here, especially during the traversal. But, you can seamlessly play A Plague Tale Innocence without much input lag, both on your smartphone and big screen. A Plague Tale seemed to me very much playable and enjoyable, if you can ignore the resolution side of course, which you cannot change. But yeah, the graphics have been destroyed, but still you can enjoy the game if you use a controller and move far enough from your screen. So yeah, now talking about the other games available on Jio Games Cloud and that I played, like Disney Pixar Cars, Garfield Kart, Lords of the Fallen, then Grip, Disney Epic Mickey 2, and so on. All these games performed and played very decently without much input lag or controls delay. You can really have a great time enjoying all these games on Jio Games Cloud service, on every smart devices you have, including your Android TV too. Yeah, sure, there are still a few problems with Jio Games Cloud, like, I faced this issue that you might face if you are playing on multiple devices, then you might face game launching issues, but hitting the play button again solves the problem. I also faced some connectivity issues very few times, especially when I was playing on my Android TV. And also one time, my controller was not registering while I was playing Ghost Runner for some reason. Relaunching the game fixed the issue though. So it needs further improvements in its connectivity side. And don't worry my friends, you can either use a keyboard and mouse, or any first-party or third-party controller to play the games on your TV, laptops, PCs, and even on your smartphones. But one thing is for sure, you can smoothly play all these games on your phone without much hassle. So, to conclude, should you get Jio Games Cloud service? I would say yes, absolutely. I mean, why not? There's a 1-month trial available for new users. If you don't play on gaming consoles or PC, then I think this service is suitable for you. You can opt for the 1-month free trial and try out many games on any of your devices. But, is this monthly Rs 200 worth for the service? Well, considering the game library, if you are enjoying the game catalog that Jio is offering, then absolutely yes, it will be worth it for you. Now, if you already have a gaming PC or a gaming console, then I don't think you need this service, because you can use any remote play app, like Steam Link and Moonlight, to stream your own games directly from your own PC to your Android TV and smartphones, and that is without any extra cost involved. Remember, Jio Games Cloud is still in beta. Yes, so it is acceptable that it has still got some issues that I hope would be fixed by the time of its stable release. Jio Games Cloud is currently more suitable for people who have no means to access these high-quality PC games, and they seriously want to play them. And if you were one of them, then yeah, Jio Games Cloud would be a good choice for you, unless other existing cloud gaming services comes to the market. And also, I would highly suggest using a game controller and try to avoid keyboard and mouse and the on-screen touch controls in order to get a proper game experience without very low input delay. And also, you don't need any VPN connection to access Jio Games unlike other global cloud gaming services in India. Rest, it is your choice. Okay, bye.